point one is make a choice because you can choose another one. What if you felt more and thought less? That's what I want to talk about today. Hey, everybody, I am Mel Morris. I am the owner and chief magic officer with WTF with Mel, and this is Wednesday Woo. Welcome. So, this has been a very long week. I'm actually pre recording this for you because I am in jury duty right now doing my civic duty. But I wanted to make sure that I got a chance to talk to you about this really important topic. And I know I talk a lot about this idea of feeling more, thinking less, but I just feel like I can't talk about it enough. And I also want to make sure that you have heard about the upcoming workshops that are starting next week. So when I talk about feeling more, I'm focusing on, again, asking yourself questions, right? Again, we spend our whole lives learning academically, right? You have to go to school. If you go on to some kind of trade or to college, when you get a job, they teach you how to do that particular job. And all the things that we do in our life are all about, using our mind to think our way through things, right? Which doesn't really leave any opportunity for us to sit and focus on how we're feeling about things, right? It doesn't focus on settling in and asking ourselves the questions of what do we really want, right? So if you had a chance to watch my talk yesterday with the magical cartographers, then that was literally our topic, right? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And it is all about making the time and space to stop living other people's expectations or dreams or goals and start tuning into what you really want, to what you really need. And so if you didn't get a chance to see us yesterday, I'll make sure that you have a link here where you can check that video out. It was a great talk, as always, with the magical cartographers. We have a lot more coming up too, so stay tuned for that. So when I talk about tuning in, checking in, asking ourselves the questions, one of the things that has come up is that it isn't like a one-time occurrence, right? So it isn't even like if you go to college and you have to choose a major. My undergrad, my bachelor's degree is in anthropology, right? That was not the first choice. Right? That was not what I went to college for initially. I didn't even know anything about anthropology until I made a choice to go back to school and I took an anthropology course and I loved it. And I thought, wow, this is more aligned with what my goals were, what my purpose of going to school for was, what I want to do in the world. And so I changed majors, right? So I feel like kind of point one is make a choice because you can choose another one, right? When you, again, settle in, focus on finding the answer to what you really want, you then have to take an action, right? And even though it may feel like, oh, I don't know if this is the right choice, the right decision or not, the the point is that you have to make a choice, you have to start moving, but no, you can always make another choice, right? The decision that you're making today isn't the last decision that you're going to make in your whole life. Okay. So, step one is kind of making that choice. And then we have to start moving into how can I incorporate this more and more, right? So you have to ask the question, but you have to ask the question regularly. What do I really want? What do I need? Based on how I'm feeling, based on connecting with my intuition, right? Not this is what my family thought was important, or, even this is what I studied, for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years. And so I have to continue down this road, even if it feels kind of crappy now. No, none of that, right? At some point, you have to be able to take that step back, make sure you're on the right track. And if you're not, move, right? Change, make another decision. And you have to keep doing that over and over and over again, because every day you learn something new, you experience something new. Every time you make a decision, it opens up multiple paths to other things, right? So you can't just make this choice one time and think, oh, okay, that's it. No, I heard it. It felt great. I'm on this road. I never have to come back to it. Absolutely not, right? You have to continuously come back to it. And the more that you can connect to your intuition, the more that you can ask yourself, you know, what's going on? What do I need to know? The easier it's going to be for you to really connect within, right? So, because this has been such a crazy long week, and I don't want to kind of belabor the point with you all. I really just wanted to pop in and tell you that it's really time choose you, right? I know I've said this before, you've heard this before from me, but that's exactly what the workshops are now that are coming up, right? They are a series of workshops called Choosing You, right? Because you have to start today choosing yourself, choosing what is going to start making you happier, right? I'm not telling you to quit your job and to stop paying your bills, none of that, right? But you have to get moving if you're not already heading down that road to discovering what you really want. Today's the day, right? If you're watching this, this is the message just for you, okay? So, the first of this series of workshops is specifically around connecting to intuition, and I'll be talking about using tools like tarot and oracle, right? So, cards, sorry. So you don't have to have any decks of cards in order to take the workshop. I have plenty, but those tools for me have been really helpful, both for my own practice and obviously I use them with my clients and my friends and family. But it's about that imagery. It's about finding ways to connect with your intuition, and the images within those particular cards make it really helpful to help connect to your intuition. So we'll be talking about, other tools that you can use if you don't have tarot oracle cards or you're not interested in getting tarot or oracle cards. But it's really important to walk through those steps, right? You'll get a nice little workbook to use while you're there. And once you've gone back home, because again, this isn't a one-time thing. I don't want you to come to this workshop and then be like, oh no, I took this workshop and 90 minutes later, like, I feel great. I don't ever have to do that again. No, right? You're going to be able to walk away with a tool that's going to be really helpful and that you can reflect back on the experience. So I want you to check it out. There's going to be a link for this as well. So you can check out the page. The first session that we have is going to be next Wednesday, which is the 23rd at 6 o'clock. Or if that doesn't work for you, I'll be doing kind of an encore episode, both still live on Wednesday, the 28th at 7 o'clock. And those are both Eastern time. So that's kind of it because I'm a bit wiped. It's been a long couple of weeks. I want to thank you all for showing up in all the places that I've been and supporting me and showing up here as always. That really means the world to me. Again, I want to make sure that you check out the video that I just did with the magical cartographers. And if you haven't watched the last videos, check those out as well. We've been having such a great time. We have a lot more coming up as well, so I'll be keeping you updated with that. But Again, today is the day for you to start choosing you, start connecting. Don't waste another minute. Now is the time. All right. So have a spectacular rest of your day and stay magical. Talk to you soon.